Shalom, I'm Marie Bolchowski, and this is the 60 on 95, the latest Israel news for teen Israel advocates. Just as nuclear talks are set to resume between the world and Iran, Iranian Foreign Minister Mahmoud Javad Zarif told a gathering of Iranian students in Tehran that his country could immediately resume enriching uranium to 20% should Western powers fail to uphold their end of an interim nuclear deal inked last month in Geneva. The structure of our nuclear program has been maintained, and the 20% enrichment can be resumed in less than 24 hours, Zarif boasted, contradicting American Undersecretary of Treasury in charge of Iranian sanctions, David Cohen. Zarif said that the structure of the sanctions and the antagonistic atmosphere created by the West against Iran is falling apart. Earlier in the week, Cohen had written an opinion piece in the Wall Street Journal claiming that the sanctions were strong and still having an incredibly harsh effect on Iran. Well, it is clear that Iran is feeling the opposite, and that the interim deal has strengthened Iran. After all, it doesn't matter how harsh we think the sanctions are, it matters how harsh the Iranians think they are, and clearly, they don't think the sanctions are that harsh anymore. This provides further support for the argument that we need harsher sanctions right now. Israeli forces killed a Palestinian man who opened fire on them during operations in the West Bank city of Qalqilia earlier on Thursday morning, the second such incident in several hours. Israeli paratroopers entered the city to arrest the man and came under fire, shooting back and killing the wanted man, the Israeli military said. The military said that they only heard of his death through later reports. An Israeli Defense Forces spokesperson said the wanted man, a member of the Palestinian security forces, meaning that he's an actual police officer for the Palestinians, getting American aid, was suspected of shooting at Israeli soldiers in the past. The spokesperson called the operation a successful ambush. IDF spokesman Lieutenant Colonel Peter Lerner said that this overnight operation exemplifies the advanced intelligence and operational capabilities of the IDF that suppressed the terrorist faction's appalling intentions. The outcome of this mission makes Israeli life much safer. This is the second such incident in 2 days. The United Nations, you got to hear this story. The United Nations General Assembly on Wednesday condemned Syria for widespread human rights abuses and expressed concern about such violations in Iran and North Korea, but it welcomed pledges by Iran's president to improve in some areas. The resolution on Iran was approved with 86 votes in favor, 36 against, and 61 abstentions, and the draft on Syria was adopted with 127 votes in favor, 13 against, and 47 abstentions. That means that there are 49 countries who feel that there are no human rights violations in Iran or Syria, and 108 countries that wanted to stay out of it instead of taking a stand. The resolutions on these countries have become an annual rite. They intensify international pressure and further isolate those states, but have no legal consequences. All three countries lobby hard against the adoption of these resolutions. While the resolution on Iran expressed concern at serious ongoing abuses, it acknowledged pledges by Iran's new president, Hassan Rouhani, shown here with the United Nations Secretary General, on human rights issues, such as eliminating discrimination against women and members of ethnic minorities, and promoting freedom of expression and opinion, currently banned in Iran. It also praised Rouhani's plans to implement a civil rights charter and encouraged Iran to take concrete action, meaning more than just words, to ensure that these pledges can result in demonstrable improvements as soon as possible, and to uphold the government's obligations under its domestic laws and under international human rights law. The United Nations Envoy on Human Rights in Iran, Ahmed Shahid, told the committee in October that Iran's rights record should not be overlooked amid overtures to the West by Rouhani, meaning that just because Rouhani seems nice, he's not really. He criticized Tehran for executing 724 people in 18 months, including dozens after Rouhani was elected in June. And these are the people we think that we're making improvements with. That's been today's 60 under 95, the latest Israel news for teen Israel advocates. We hope you tune in next time. Have a great day, and let's look forward to peace in Israel. Shalom.